Hey, what's going on, guys? This is XboxAddictionz, and I haven't uploaded for you guys in over a week, and I really do apologize for that. There is no really reason for it other than I was just being a lazy ass, but I do have a video for you guys on Tuesday, and that's going to be Motivational Man. I didn't want to leave you guys hanging until Tuesday, so I figured today I would just do a commentary, and this isn't really anything new. If you're subscribed to Way Too Many Llamas and Cool Hand Snook, they do a commentary every single Sunday, and I always thought it was a pretty neat idea, and I've always wanted to kind of give it a try. So this week the opportunity just kind of presented itself, so yeah, let's get right into it. This commentary is going to be about one of the scariest things that's ever happened to me in my entire life. So I was up in Michigan, this was about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years now, and I was up in Michigan at my grandmother's house doing school up there because down in Georgia where I live, I was in a lot of school trouble, so I kind of had to go to Michigan and straighten things out, and I think I was there for around 4 months. So this actually happened the very last night I was there, and this was the night where the next morning I was going to be driving all the way back down to Georgia, which is like a 12-hour drive, something ridiculous like that. So going to sleep that night, there was obviously a lot on my mind. I was getting ready to see my family, who I hadn't seen in 4 to 5 months, and while I was in Michigan, they had actually moved to a new house, so I was actually kind of excited to see that. And I remember I was going to have to wake up like at 6 o'clock in the morning or something like that because my dad was driving during the night and that's the time he was going to get there, and at 6 we're going to have to turn right back around and go all the way to Georgia. So yeah, there was a lot on my mind that night, and it was kind of hard for me to go to sleep. But when I eventually did fall asleep, this is actually where the scariest thing that's ever happened to me took place. So I end up waking up in the middle of the night. It's like around 2 o'clock in the morning or something like that. And this actually isn't too rare for me. I usually always wake up in the middle of the night for some reason, but when I do, I just turn on my other side and go to sleep. So for this particular night, I actually fell asleep laying on my back, which I never do. Like, I just can't fall asleep like that. So I found it odd that I was laying on my back. So I go to turn on my side and I can't turn. Like, that's when it hit me. I got really scared because moving is something you are always in control of. So the second that control is taken away, it's terrifying. I mean, like right now while you're watching this video, you can move your arm in the air, you can kick your leg. I was literally trying so hard to move my arm or to try to turn over, and I couldn't do it. I mean, it was terrifying because, you know, you're so used to moving on command, and when you try to move and nothing happens, you know, it's really a really scary feeling. So I'm sitting in my bed completely paralyzed, and my heart is racing like crazy, and the only thing I'm able to move is my eyes. I can have them open, closed, and I can look around. So I start looking at the left corner of my eye as hard as I can, and I can kind of see down the hallway because I left my door open a little bit. And right as I look towards the hallway, I start hearing these footsteps, and they sound like they started at the front of the hallway, and they sound like they were making their way towards me. So each step got louder and louder until it stopped, and when it stopped, it sounded like it stopped right in front of my door. So after it stopped, it went silent for like 20 seconds, and I swear this is gonna sound insane, but after that 20 seconds is up, I heard like this witch laughing at me, and I swear, man, it was the most terrifying thing ever. I like started crying. I had no idea what was going on, and like, I know a witch laughing is gonna sound really stupid. I mean, just YouTube a witch laughing or something like that, and that's literally just what it sounded like. It felt like it was laughing at my attempt to get out of whatever I was in. And you know, I just closed my eyes and I started praying in my head, and then maybe like a minute later I was able to get out of it. And right when I got out of it, I was sweating like crazy, my heart was racing. I got right out of my bed and I just stood up, and I was just thinking, what in the world is going on? I was too scared to even walk out of my room. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to wake up my grandma or anything, but I was terrified. So right as I get out of that, the first thing that goes through my mind is, you know, what did I just experience? Like, was that a demon or something? Am I losing my mind? Am I going insane? Am I going to spend the rest of my life at a mental hospital? I had no idea what was going on. I honestly didn't even want to tell anybody because I didn't want anybody to think that I was crazy or needed to be on some sort of medication, like something was wrong with me. So about 2 hours after that happened, it's like 4 o'clock now, I'm sitting in my living room watching TV, just trying to get my mind off what just happened. And you know, I really don't think there really is any way to get your mind off that. Like, even as I was watching it, I was just thinking, you know, what the hell just happened? So I really wanted to figure it out. So I went in my room finally and got the courage to grab my phone and get the hell out of there. So when I get my phone, I open up Google and I search wake up and cannot move, and I came across this thing called sleep paralysis. And basically, when we go to sleep, our brain releases this chemical which temporarily paralyzes our muscles to prevent us from acting on our dreams. So basically, sleep paralysis is when you wake up during this state, which is not supposed to happen, and you know, you can't move. Your brain still thinks you're asleep, but you're fully aware what's going on and you're fully conscious of what's going on. And you know, some people hallucinate during this, which, you know, thank God I didn't. But you know, that's basically what sleep paralysis is. It is a sleeping disorder, but I definitely wouldn't say that I have that disorder because it only happened to me the one time. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. That's the scariest thing that's ever happened to me. If any of you guys have ever experienced sleep paralysis, please leave a comment. I would love to read your story. I did read somewhere that it happens to every 1 in 4 people unintentionally sometime during their lifetime. There is also ways to put yourself in this state, which I would not recommend anybody try, but you know, if you want to go ahead and try to be a hard ass and do it, let me know how that goes too. But other than that, guys, I think we're done here. Also, be sure to be here tomorrow because I will be uploading a very motivational man part 2. I think this episode is really good from what I have so far, and we got a special guest I think you guys are going to like. So yeah, that's the video for today, guys. Let me know what you thought of this commentary, if it was good, if it was bad, if you want to see me do more. If you don't want to see me do more, yeah, definitely let me know. And other than that, guys, I'm out.